the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus, and welcome to an episode of the Blue Nights Table. And I'm here with my student, Mr. Strickland. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad you was able to come out here, man, and get it going. It's been a little journey. We've been talking a little while trying to make this happen, huh?
Absolutely, all the way back to March.
Yeah. You made it.
Yep. Yeah. So far, so good.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You know, we're gonna talk a little bit about your journey, and this is a pretty open platform. I get away with just about anything. I don't like a whole lot of F-bombs, but other than that, you can be free to say whatever you need to say as long as it's truthful, okay?
Okay.
And understand that we're going to say some stuff. We're going to talk about, we have some topics that may, make you a little nervous, but feel free to just tell the truth, okay? So when we start talking about, hey, man, so how was orientation? You be like, man, that's a crock of crap. I ain't never going back. Then we're going to talk about it. I just need the honesty up front. That's it.
Gotcha.
We good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what you do before you came trucking?
Before I got into trucking, man, I recently graduated from college.
Yeah.
Attempted to reinvent myself by taking up screenwriting. I went to Loyola Marymount University. That's a Jesuit college in Los Angeles. I took screenwriting and English, where I got a bachelor's degree. And then I immediately went to UCLA to get my screenwriting MFA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote a few scripts, did a few projects. However, AI reared its ugly, well, I won't call it ugly. AI reared its head and kind of made things a little more challenging in that field for me.
Yeah.
And so I started to think of ways I could kind of, sustain and do that through that period, and I landed on trucking.
Right. Man, that's a long journey from screenwriting to driving a truck, right?
It is, but the thing about it was I've always been in the trucking, since BJ and the Bear, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
And then I figured, a lot of my cohorts and people before me in the screenwriting industry, through their peaks and valleys, they've done things, from car salesmen to waiting tables to most recently, Instacart, Uber Eats, things of that nature. So a lot of my classmates, drive for Uber and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same thing. If you think about it, you're driving, you're delivering, picking up. And I figured, why not, even though trucking may be a little more extreme because it's a career. It's not just a side hustle. You know what I mean? And the challenge, you have to get your CDL and a lot of things you have to do to prepare for it. But I was up for the task, and the main thing about it was the breaks and as far as James Baldwin said that you can write anywhere. That's the beauty of writing. You know what I mean? So by me being in the truck on my resets, my breaks,
right,
I could write. And then also by traveling the landscape of the country, I could expand my creative palette by visiting different places, meeting different people that would better inform my writing, and I could still do it. I didn't give it up. I just kind of made a pivot to supplement my income as I it takes time to do that. You don't just
right.
We see the people that make it. We see, oh, they made it, but we don't see what they went through, the years it took to get there. So I'm only 4 years out of graduation. So I mean, hey, I didn't want to sit around. I'm not of that vintage rocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just sit around on my laurels,
right,
and wait for a script to sell or a project to get picked up. So that's pretty much the gist of the story, how I landed in the trucking.
Well, and I always ask this one too. A lot of they say, I just, of course, most people come with me. They're brand new to trucking. And I'm going, out of all of the genres of trucking that you could have gone into, why would you choose flatbed?
Okay, that's a easy one for me because, when I went back to school, I took physical education classes, and so it enabled me to stay in a certain amount of physical shape. Mm-hmm. And I had friends that went into trucking maybe like 8 to 10 years ago, and we all, we went to high school together. We were like size 28 waist in high school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I vaguely remember those days.
Right. Then, maybe up in our years, we probably got up to about 32 to 36. But to get to the point, I seen one of my friends come back he weighed like 400 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't want to do that. So in my research, I found out that flatbedders were the more active of the bunch, even though it's very rigorous. You know, you're in the elements, the rain, the snow, the heat. But I mean, you know, in this day and age, it seems like hard work is a dying art. You know what I mean? So, me, I wanted to work hard and feel that gratification, that sense of accomplishment. Once I finish my work, you know, it feels good, and then I could also stay in shape and not just be bumping docks, eating Twinkies while they're loading up the truck. And then, you know, coming back home weighing 400 pounds.
You know, I did that all except the weighing 400-pound part. I bumped the dock and ate Twinkies while they was unloading me.
Right.
I've been there, done that. You know, there is an amount of physical labor with what we do, but I believe that there's a misconception that you're just going to be, you know, you're gonna get, it's gonna replace working out or something, and it's not that. It's not that at all. But it does. It's a lot more active than say driving or a reefer trailer, unless you're doing touch freight, meaning the driver is unloading the trucks,
like Cisco, Pepsi.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. They can miss me with that.
Exactly. Not enough money in the world for me.
Man, now see that's a lot of physical labor. You know, not a lot. You're in the elements, you know, but you're not climbing and crawling all over freight and stuff like that. But well, you might. It depends. You get a load shift in one of those, but you know what we do. You're gonna pick up with me. You're getting the workout because we're gonna pick up and deliver every day. Except the weekends when we're home, so you get to recoup. But OTR drivers, let's say you delivered on Monday, and then you picked up your load on Monday, and that load might take you 2 days to deliver. So it might be 2 days. You may not deliver until Thursday, okay, or maybe Wednesday. Okay, let's just say that. But you have a day where you're not doing any strenuous work. And then the next day you're gonna unload, and then reload again. So that's where you're gonna do a little bit of labor.
Right.
And then same thing on Friday, which means you might pick up on Monday, just drive all day on Tuesday. You're not really extenuating any sweat,
right,
so to speak. Okay.
Right.
And then Wednesday you're gonna deliver that load and pick up a load. Now let's just say on Wednesday you're dropping off shingles, okay, and that was a non-tarp load that you picked up Monday. Let's just say that's what it was. So all you did was throw straps, okay, and then your next load is a brick load, and you go pick up brick, and all you're doing is throwing straps. And so now the vast majority of the week you didn't really do any heavy lifting. All you did was throw some straps.
But the thing is, and that's what I'm going to segue a little bit into why I chose Melton.
Mm-hmm.
They have a program that's designed for your diet and exercise to allow you to stay physically fit while you're on the road. And during these times that you're speaking of,
right?
You know, they have a whole program. I think it's barbells, and I forgot the name of it. It's something in a flatbed or something like that, but it had this buff guy on the front of the paper, and then they have like a bunch of different exercises.
They use my body, but they
that was
use a different
yours?
head. It's just a different face.
That
on
was
it.
a little AI?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that was me.
Got you. But see, that was the reason, that coupled with, the little bit of stuff that you mentioned we be doing physically, but the program that Melton has in play to help you with your diet, your exercise while on the road in the truck is pretty much what was sealed the deal for me, because I did a lot of research, different companies, and I was like, this company stood out to me because of its concern for physical being, your health, your physique, just working out and eating right, but, all the way down to a meal plan and an exercise plan on the truck. They've had like a dip bar you can make for the rub rails on the trailer to do dips, and I've seen guys do pull-ups on the side of the trailer and whatnot. So irrespective of, depending on the job and the loads for the physical work, that was the supplement for me, the program that Melton has in play to help you stay
right. Yep. And all you have to do is just do it.
Right.
I mean, it's there. Did you happen to go to any of the vending machines at the Tulsa terminal?
You know what? After I went to that vending machine at the Sure State and I paid $2 for some Starburst, I went to Wally World. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to Walmart and I stocked up on everything I needed. So I was gonna, you give me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Give me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
So that did it for me for the vending machine. So I didn't look at any more vending machines after the Sure State.
When you get back there to Tulsa, go to the vending machine. You see, there's no sugary drinks in there.
I heard about that.
Yeah, there's no.
But I was like a scalded dog.
Yeah,
Once I
you're
got
not getting
hit over the head with that $2 Starburst, I said, man, I'm not touching another vending machine.
Right.
I stocked up on everything I needed at Walmart. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty good about not letting you eat garbage or whatever.
But I don't know, man. That orientation, that diet that they had for the orientation, I couldn't figure it out. It was 100 degrees. And they had potatoes, fried steak, chicken smothered in gravy with string beans. It looked good, but like I said, I went to Walmart and made me some turkey sandwich and brought like sliced watermelon and stuff like that because, I mean, they might as well had a cot and a pillow. You know what I mean for us after that, but that's not what they had. They had more loads to be secured in 100-degree weather. But I would have had. I didn't eat it, but I would have had itis that I ate.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Well, a lot of it is, we eat and then get sleepy, and a lot of that is habit forming, but it's not the food, because in food, what makes us sleepy is called tryptophan. And people that eat Thanksgiving, they go, oh man, I have to eat turkey, man. Eat turkey puts you to sleep. Right. But you would probably have to eat 50 turkeys to get enough tryptophan out of those turkeys to put you to sleep. Right. The reason make you get sleepy is because you overeat and your body starts to has to digest that, and that's what makes you sleepy.
And your body's working hard to break it down.
Correct. There you go. So even if you got food like this, it's the portion is what keep you straight.
Yeah, I guess a lot of guys why it's being in that room, and I don't know what financial state a lot of people in, but that spoon and that hand was like, ain't gonna be no more. I better get.
Yeah, man. So they might have grown up with 4 brothers. The brothers would hit them pots.
Man, that was like, man, heavy-handed.
So, how was orientation for you? I mean, before it's only been a few months. Orientation has been 8 days. It was a lot longer than that. So now it's a lot shorter. Mm-hmm. Which I'm in agreement with, but there's a lot to intake in the short period of time. So, what do you think about the orientation process?
I can't to something like a boot camp. I've never been in the military, but I could imagine that that's what it was like. I mean, it started off, with the classroom work, which was kind of, I don't know. Me coming from LA, I had to deal with the time adjustment of the time change, and it kind of had me kind of sleepy with the air conditioning. And then the long, drawn-out PowerPoint slides or whatever. But then once we started getting to the meat and potatoes with the securement, it was just like, it was like cracking the whip time. You know what I mean? It was hot. It was like 100 degrees. We were in a building that they call Marshall with the different trailers with the different loads on it. And we were just going at it, man. We would put in groups, and we would have to secure the load to specifications or whatnot. And if it wasn't that, we had to redo it, and then take it down and move on. And then once the tarps, I think the second day maybe, the tarps were introduced. Mm-hmm. And I don't see the tarps being that bad because, like I say, in the real world, the forklift driver will put it on top. Right. And then you can slide it down and just go next to the trailer. Whereas in Marshall, which is the building where the trailers are, all the trailers are kind of tightly confined together. There's not a lot of space, so we would have to actually lift the tarp up, put it on the trailer, drag it down and drag it all the way to the front and fold it. So it was rigorous. But like I say, to anyone that's thinking about going to Melton, and because a few people gave up, you know what I mean? They got broke down. I would say just stick it out because it's not really. It's gonna be tough in the real world, sure, but it's not gonna be that tough. You know what I mean? It's just like always, the storm, then it gets quiet. You know what I'm saying? So if they could just weather the storm. But me, I was mentally prepared just because this is a goal, and whenever I set goals, I just go after them relentlessly. So I didn't want to let anything deter me, no matter what it was. And there was times where it was just like, man, it was just getting rough. But as the days progressed, I pretty much got acclimated to it. You know what I mean? Probably by Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the time started moving faster. You know, as you start, you know, doing those loads.
Right.
It's just like it's just like a grind at a job. Like if you had a plant and a manufacturer, you just start, you're like, boy. But once you start getting moving and get used to it, it starts, you know, becoming almost second nature. I just sweated it out. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I would like to see more. You know, I know it's only 8 days, but I would say it was fine because when I got with you, I was able to be familiar. Like I'm familiar with the binders and the chains, and then, you know, the straps and stuff like that. Even though I'm not gonna say I know 100% what to do with it.
Right.
At least I could start taking the bungees off and organize them accordingly, and then, you know, start loosening up the straps. And I know how to roll up the straps with the riding facing me instead of the other way, so the backside won't pop somebody in the head. You know what I mean? So
Right.
some of the key elements of the fundamentals, if you pay attention, they will help you once you get to the trainer. You're not going to be, you know, a 30-year veteran by the time you get to the trainer, but the stuff that you're introduced to will at least have you to where you won't look like a total imbecile if you pay attention.
Right. Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired as well, but they do a good job, you know. And you know, so when the guys show up, you know, at least they're not, you know, completely lost,
right?
You know, and the deal is sometimes the classes are kind of big, and the groups, when they get everybody in groups, maybe the groups have 4 or 5 people in that group, and you might get at least 1, maybe 2 in every group that just stand there with their hands in their pocket. They only look busy when they think they're being watched. But you know, and you'll get those when they come on the truck. You know which ones it is.
The beauty of that is that you're not being judged by your group.
True, but that person that's not getting his hands dirty, when they get on a trailer's truck, it's obvious that they had an issue.
If they even make it that far,
right?
You know what I mean? Because most of the time, I don't know. I saw a lot of guys skate through.
Yes, I was about to say, because I've had them on my truck, so I know that they made it. I know they made it because I'm saying this. They you know, I'm looking. They holding the straps in their hand. They have no clue what to do with it.
Right.
You know, and you know, I'm all right with that because I'm going to work with you and we're going to get it right.
I mean, I was that guy. It took me 3 days in to know how to do the straps. You know what I mean? As far as in the winch.
Right.
And I'm still kind of, you know, I might go outside the rub well, you know, just kind of freaking out about it. But it's just so much on the line with that because, you know, this is a serious deal. This is not. It is. I mean, something falls off that trailer, you're looking at 8 years in prison, and somebody possibly being a fatality, somebody dying as a result of that. So it's like a lot riding on it, and it could be overwhelming, you know, nerve-wracking to the point to where, for me, I'm over there like I'm juggling a bunch of eggs, and all I'm doing is, you know, putting the strap into a winch. But that's just my perspective.
Well, you know, as you've only been active for what did 2.5 days,
right?
Okay, so you're still in your first week. You know what we did this week with these couple of days so far is put some miles down. We made some turns, and you know, later we'll drive some more, and we'll demonstrate some turns. And then by Wednesday we'll transition into backing week, and then we'll do a lot of backing, but to not just give you too much at one time. We'll, you know, I don't say anything about a couple of things that I know down the road we're gonna fix. And strapping, you know, how you work the strap is different ways to get that done. You know, not one way is the only way, but as long as the way you're doing it is proper,
right,
that's all that matters. And so we're going to get to that part, and then I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to make it go you know, a lot smoother. You know, some guys like to cheat and they'll fold a strap and stick it through the winder and then roll it, but we don't do that. I'm going to show you the proper way to do it, and what's easy and quick and proper and legal.
Right.
By the way.
Right.
And so, but not everything at one time. We'll start chopping away at it. Once you're comfortable driving and the turns are good, and you're starting to. At first you was mirror. I said, man, his neck gonna get tired. But it'll be all right. Right. So I just let it go, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. But now when I'm showing you things, I'll say, hey man, you don't even need that mirror, right?
Right.
So it's a difference, and we're gonna get to that part. Where that passenger side mirror is not as important as you may think.
Right.
But right now, we cover that in backing week. But for right now, we're just learning how to keep between the ditches, driving up the road. That's where you're gonna spend the majority of your time,
right.
In forward gears. Okay,
right.
And so it's the turns, setting up your turns properly. Main thing is to look way, way, way up there, and already know what the plan is before you get there.
Right.
And so if you can do that, you're going to do well with this part of it, and just maintaining your lanes. I was kind of surprised that when I was watching you drive, and you drive with your hands at the top of the wheel a lot, that causes a waft, and you did waft, but I don't see anything because a lot of times that problem will fix itself.
Right.
And your hands get tired, and then they get more tired, and then they get more tired, and then they're finally like this, and you're good.
So that's where they need to be, basically, right?
If you start off right there, you have a lot less shoulder and back issues, and the wafting will go away. So what you was doing, and I almost turned the camera on so I could record. I said, no, I don't want to do that right now, because if I do it and you see me do it, then that changes the psyche.
Right.
Okay, but you were like this, and then you would go down, and then you would do one hand for a minute, and then you'd go back up to the top. But eventually, you kept working your hands back down, and the closer your hand got to the 9-3 position, the straighter you drove. But you never drove, you never wafted out of your lane or even close to the lane.
Right.
Okay, and so. I felt that either he drives like that in his personal vehicle and kind of used to it now.
Nah, man, it's just that, I'm not in the car. I got 53-foot trailer behind me, so it's like I'm like,
little bit nervous, right?
It was all nerve trying to make sure I could control. That's why I was looking in the mirrors, because I look in the mirror, I see the tire. Then I'm like, oh, I correct it. But then the fatigue of my hands being in that position, which I'm learning, the epiphany is coming now by you divulging that to me, is that's kind of like strenuous on your body.
Yep.
Which is why I was going back down to where it needed to be.
Yeah, and like you said, you were looking at the trailer tires and stuff like that. And what I told you, I said, hey man, quit looking at that trailer.
I know, right? Just if I have my hands right, just keep straight. That's
the trailer gonna follow you. Right. Yeah, you're not following the trailer. Hopefully you're not following the trailer. If you follow the trailer, we got a big old problem. That's called Jack Extra Knife. Yeah. So we don't want that. But the deal is, if you were to drive in a straight line from point A to point B, and point B could be 200 miles away, let's just say that, but you drove in a straight line from point A to point B, and when you got to point B, you came to a stop, you would have never known that you had triples or doubles behind you.
Right.
Because the trailer's is going to follow you in a straight line. You're going to know what's behind you when you start doing this. Changing lanes and changing lanes abruptly, or coming to a stop abruptly. That's when you're going to know something is behind you.
Right.
But if you're driving in a straight line and you're maintaining your lane, you don't have to worry about that trailer. The trailer's going to keep on rolling with you.
But the thing I notice is in the turns is why I'm worried about it, is because it's so long. I want to make sure that if I'm looking ahead and then I hear ba ba ba, like I want to be able to see that I'm not gonna have that bow because I'll be able to adjust.
So we'll work on that here in just a little bit, but when you're executing those turns, I always say get that front over there by the curb, right? Get out there, go straight, now turn hard, and then you turn hard and try to get next to the curb. Okay, The bump out is one or two things. It's either you hit some thing like a vehicle or something, or a pole or something
Well,
like
let's get
that,
a curb.
or a curb.
Like
Okay,
a divider, a center divider for the turn. when you turn
correct. That doesn't happen because you're not looking at the trailer. That happens because you didn't set up your turn properly. If you set up your turn properly, you don't have to worry about the curbs. Okay, and so you just drive straight, and then hammer it next to the curb, and you're gonna be so surprised that your trailer never gets to that curb.
Okay.
But the problem is, guys drive to the curb, drive into the turn like a car,
Right.
and they don't realize that we're not driving a car anymore. So you need to drive like a truck, and just drive straight, then hammer your turn hard and quick. That don't mean accelerate hard. That means turn the wheel quick, and try to get that tractor driving parallel to the curb as best as possible. And when that happens, amazing things happen. And you're rarely gonna see a guy that's got some miles behind him watching his trailer turn the corner. I can't remember last time I watched my trailer turn the corner, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I might do it all the time, but because I've done it so often, I don't even. It's almost habit forming. But I know what a trailer is. I know what a trailer is because I set the turn up.
Right.
You see, now. If I'm looking over there because I saw a vehicle or something there, and I just wanted to make sure that vehicle is not trying to go straight instead of turning, because we're in the right lane, they're under us in that turn, and they make, oh, I'm just gonna go straight.
Right.
That may be a bad day. So I kind of make glass and make sure that me and this vehicle on the side of us have the same ideals. Okay, but other than that, I don't need to look in that mirror to see my turns. I don't care whether I know where the trailer's going. I don't have to look at it to see it. But remember, this key point is every time you're not looking where you're going, then you're not going where you're looking, because you're gonna look in that mirror. You're not looking where you're going, and you're over here, and you're gonna turn over there. Okay. I guarantee it, because it's just a natural thing. You're gonna want to go to where your eyes are going. That's why you don't look out the passenger window driving a straight line.
Right.
You're gonna go where you're looking.
Right.
And if you're looking in that mirror and you see something over there, your mind is gonna want to correct that.
The
Okay.
only way to correct it is to look and just go ahead and turn.
Right. Just
At
get
the right time, set it up.
Just get yourself set up.
Right.
And you'll just knock them right out. So we'll do a little bit of that, and see if we can share a little bit of that knowledge. You ready to do it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
So the first thing we're going to do is make this left turn, correct?
Right.
And I'm checking my mirrors. Nothing's that well. There's a cement truck coming for me. Go ahead on and pull up. You're too far away from the curb. You can't see anything. Get on up there. All right, and then you can use your mouse to look. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out until I'm at the middle of the road, and then I'm going to make my left turn, okay?
Okay.
And then my goal is to stay next to the curb, and that's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Go straight, and then I'm going to turn hard, and then I want to stay right near the edge, just like that. You saw me,
Right.
and then I want you to do the same thing. Make sure no cars are coming, right?
Right.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and make your turn. Push that one. I need you to get that sucker in the center where you can see what's up. All right. Keep going and use that mirror, that hood mirror, and the headlight and everything like we did before. And see, you went to the middle of your lane, which is it's okay for that instance. But remember, what we're practicing, you're going to turn right here again. Okay, so stop right there. I'm going to turn again, and I just kind of want you to watch me turn, and then, and mimic what I'm doing. All right, so I can see this got lines, so what I'm going to do is turn. I'm out there a little bit, and now I'm turning, and I want to drive on that yellow line. Okay? You saw I never came close to the trailer? The trailer never came close to the
Curb.
pole? Yeah. Okay, now I want you to do that same thing. And I'm gonna let's stay out there. All right, You can go ahead and get back to the. So you're in the middle of. But what I wanted you to. Yeah, what I wanted you to do. See the yellow line?
Be right there.
Yeah, your driver's tire need to be on that yellow line when you make that turn. Okay, I'm at the freeway now, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my turn, get on out in the street.
Oh, that's only a one way anyway, right?
Yep.
Okay, so go out.
I'm at the red light now, so I think you keep stopping a little bit too far from the intersection, so you can't really see anything. But stay out there in a straight line. Okay, and go ahead and drive. I'm at that red light right there.
Okay.
Alright. When you're green now, so you can go ahead and on to come on. I'm not gonna let you get too far behind me. But you actually have a map, so you're gonna follow that map. And we're going to Houston.
Is that you on the right?
No. You can't actually see me in this simulation. Whenever we do convoy driving, you'll be able to see me. But once we get on the freeway, that's when we're gonna start talking about lane changes and how to do it properly. Right now, it's just you're getting a little acclimated to the simulator. Go ahead. You see how far away you keep stopping.
Right.
Yeah, stop that habit. Okay. You don't need to do that. You need to be up where you can see. And not only that, the ground has sensors in it. It doesn't even know that you're at the red light waiting for it to change green because you're not up close enough to the. You're not resting on the ground sensors. You like stopping way back, huh?
Yeah, I'm like trying to get a feel of these brakes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to stop back there. Just go ahead on and cruise up a little bit and get yourself going. I'm on the freeway now, so I'm just gonna kind of speed down until you can. You missed your entrance to the freeway.
Damn.
That's okay. It's gonna take you a little bit of getting used to. See, now it's forcing you on, which is good. So, there's a cop on the side of me. He didn't want to pass me because I was looking at you and I was crossing into his lane. Go on past me there, Mr. Fuzz. Oh, good. It wasn't a cop. That was just a
Charger.
Well, yeah, you got a Charger? I had a Buick
Okay.
Regal. All right, so now you can turn your signal on. We don't move over immediately. We turn the signal on, and then we just take a gradual turn. But we ain't gonna turn in the middle of a turn. So whenever the road is in a turn, we're gonna wait until we're in a straight line, and then we're gonna get over. Well, we got a car coming, so we got that car going on. I have a lot of students that want to try to, and then it's a gradual change of lane. You know, we don't just jerk over. So I'm gonna pass this car to my right, get into 18th gear so I can burn it down. 92 miles an hour. Come on, baby. When I get at this turn, I'm gonna make a turn, change lanes in a way that I don't want you changing lanes. Okay, this is executing a bad lane change. Signal on. like that. Signal on like that. We don't change lanes like that. Okay, all abrupt like that.
Right.
You should take at least at 65 miles an hour. I mean, you got 2, maybe 3 football fields to change that lane, because you have to be extremely cautious about what's behind you. Some of it you can't see, but you need to give them enough notice that, hey, I'm about to change lanes right now, and if you change lanes when I change lanes, I might throw you in the ditch, and it ain't gonna be good, you see?
Right.
And so that's the reason that we change lanes very controlled. Take some time with it, and just take a very controlled lane change. And so now you look like you're starting to get the grasp of the way the simulator feels, right?
Yep.
It won't take long. After today, next weekend when we come back, we're gonna have backing week, and we're gonna do a little bit of the lane change stuff. We're gonna do another backing type of situation, and in just a few minutes, we'll turn around and go back, and everybody will be in the truck with you, and we'll just kind of talk through it. Okay. Now, once we get there, we're gonna go to bed, because it's gonna turn night on us, and driving it at night doesn't really simulate the lesson we're trying to do today.
Right.
Because you can't really see the lanes really well. It does really good when we get ready to do a drive at night. It says stop at the truck stale. Oh my God! I gotta go to the scale house. Yours might say it too. I don't know. I don't think you're too far behind me. There's my flashing light, so I guess I'm gonna have to break it down.
Mine say bypass service.
Oh, you got a bypass?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go in, so you just keep on rolling.
I was trying to go the right speed.
Yeah, I know. I mean, here I go. I got to. There we go. You keep on riding, and I gotta go into the scale house and see if they're gonna be happy with me being, am I overweight, empty? Who knows? But that's what they do. Follow the rules. So we gonna get on the scale and see if we can get a bypass, see if they let us ride, if they're going to do an inspection on us. Let's see. Vehicle gross 34,500. Thank you very much. Have a nice journey. Yeah. Thank you for wasting my time there, Mr. DOT. But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. If we got to go in, we got to go in. We'll do some scale house yapping, maybe in the next episode. Some do's and don'ts in the scale house. Well, I don't know, man. We'll never run out of content doing this. I can tell you that.
I just want to make sure I get my shit together before you have me all on Front Street with the camera on me.
Oh yeah, you will. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna drive back to San Antonio, and then they're gonna ride in your truck with you. Driving 100 miles an hour isn't quite what I need to be demonstrating, but and I probably need to put some lights on the subject. But I was actually just trying to hustle and get to the Houston stop there before it got dark on us, but it didn't quite work out that way. That's okay. It is what it is.
I just got over without signal in the turn.
Yeah, and I just made the wrong the wrong exit. This is so much like real.
Yeah, right.
And I'm driving home.
So where do I
I'm driving home right now. This is the route that I would be taking if I was going home. And
Back
but
to
that
Houston?
wasn't. Yeah, well, I'm in Houston right now. This is downtown.
Okay.
And I'm driving as if I was actually going to my house, and I didn't look at the
the sign?
yeah, I didn't look at the map telling me which way it wanted me to go. But I am in Houston. So what happens when I get in Houston is me going to the hizzle.
I'm getting off. I don't even.
Exit left.
Right now,
This shit is real. Should look like.
yep, that's the George R. Brown Convention Center to my left, and then the baseball stadium. That's where the Astros play over there in that green building.
Right.
Oops, which way does this they want me to go? Right here. I hope. I don't know. I'm just driving now.
Me too.
Now, oh, your map's not up there anymore,
It is.
is it?
Yep, on the right side.
Was it telling you which way to go?
It's just all yellow. I made a U-turn. I'm going back to San Antonio.
We both driving crazy right now.
I want to do some back and shit.
Oh, that's next week. That was next week. I'm almost to where we're supposed to be. I actually went kinda the right way. And we're gonna have to figure yours out.
I'm gonna get back off and get back on, go the right way, see if I can get there.
Because what you want to do is, well, I don't know why your map isn't. I don't know why your map isn't showing you the route.
Because I made a. I'm going back the other way. Probably.
It should have rerouted you though, but that's okay. And the reason I want you to come over here is because I just needed you to get a spot where you can.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how I could get back.
I'm gonna help you with that. All right, so now you can't mess up because everybody's riding with you. Now I can drive through trees and everything. Nobody don't know. So remember on your journey, since everybody's watching you, you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you're you're not going excessively fast, but just mind your lane changes and stuff like that. I'm right behind you, so you can go ahead and take off whenever you're ready. since they're not watching me, I'm gonna probably drive 140 miles an hour. So. They can't see me anyway. I can just sit here, and just give. So we need, ride that white line now. And if you glance at your trailer, you see that your trailer. Well, you didn't ride to the white line. And you turned away from it as well. So you have to stay on that line. Then do it again. This time, don't turn away from that white line. Stay all the way on that white line. Keep it going. Keep going. It's white line. And now your trailer never touched it. That's what'll happen if you do that. If you drive that white line and you stay there, you're gonna be fine. Just trace that line with your tires. I'm right behind you. You're about to get on the way of the free.
Supposed to go to the right, right?
Nope. It's gonna. Damn! I'm watching you. I'm about to wreck out. Now you have to watch your map. So you just have to turn around when they're going to show you where to exit, and then you exit and turn around and fix it. I'll meet you in San Antonio.
Stay left.
Got it? Once I get right outside of Houston, then I'll stop and wait for you. Right now I'm driving 108 miles an hour up the interstate, so stopping right now in the middle of the freeway probably is going to be a bad idea. Alright, here you go at another turn. I want you to stay on those lines. Stay out there. And you can take a quick glance at your trailer, but if you stare at it, you're gonna hit it. Okay, so just kind of glance, and you can see how the theory works even in the simulator. All you have to do is stay against that white line. You want to keep your tire on that line through that turn.
That was it. Damn it. Tripped up.
Oh, you didn't turn? Oh.
Car's behind me, ain't it?
I don't know, but you can't stay right there. Just turn hard to the left and drive. There you go. There you go. Let's see now. They all watching you. Everybody watching you do that. I'm back at the doggone weigh station again. You know, this weigh station ain't never open. I don't know why they got to be open for me. So, oh, here comes 50. Let's just see if we can, irritate him. 32,211.
So I'm supposed to keep right?
Yeah, stay right. Stay right. See the sign that says San Antonio?
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping.
I'm glad you don't do that in real life. So I'm probably, how many miles you got? 167. So I'm 70 miles ahead of you. I'm at a way station. I'm just gonna hang loose until you get this far. Plus, I can just watch you and critique what you're doing. And keep on rolling. And it's amazing the scenery here. In Houston is if you live here, these buildings exist. The building that you're driving past right now, in real life, they're real.
Right.
Yep. Keep going straight. It's right now. The big lope in my big engine, and my
See
big
that?
yeah. Got the big lope, brother. The muscle. So listening to my engine and watching you drive. That's why it's not. If anybody was wondering, they're not hearing your engine. Plus, it's just a boring sound in that engine anyway. Because that truck don't have the big lope engine. But it's going to serve the purpose. Holding your lane good. Hands side by side is good. Instead of right on top of the steering wheel, where it can pivot on a fulcrum. You know. Well, let's do a lane change. Let's see. Turn the signal on. We're gonna give it a few minutes, a few feet. All right, now let's do a lane not that way. Was that thing says road construction ahead? Let's try to get back over there to another one. Gradual lane change. Gradual. We're not doing anything really abrupt. That's good. Except for right there when that lane's about to run out on us. But that's good. It's good shot there. Right now you can't see the lane dividers too good, but keep going, and you're actually getting pretty close to where I am. You'll know when you get in there because you should get a way station notice. See, way station in a mile. What does it say? Please pull in.
I say bypass.
Yeah, I say please. I'm looking right at that.
I'll say please pull in.
Yeah, don't say no bypass. You the one getting everybody tickets. So get ready to turn in to the scale house. There you go, sir. And there's your scale house entrance. We're gonna go on up in yonder, and we're gonna get on the scale. Once you get into the scale area, we're gonna control that speed. And pull on up there. Excellent. If we were doing convoy, you would see me out in front of you. We're gonna do a convoy next weekend when we do backing. That way both of us will be on the screen. So you're just gonna keep rolling right now, and you're gonna get on the scale, and he's out there looking at you to see if he like you or not. Keep on rolling. You're not quite there yet. All right, there you are. And there's a little button that says activate. Push that again.
34,957 pounds.
That's it. You're good to go. And if you keep on rolling, I'm parked by that highway maintenance truck. And there it is. You'd be driving right through my truck right now. See the highway maintenance truck?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have a red Ford. I have a white Ford.
Yeah, I see.
There you go. What's mine? No, I have a Dodge. I have a white Dodge. Probably why his ass sitting on the side of the road broke down. Anyway, all right, so here we go. Let's see if we can go the rest of the way with no blunders. Let's see. Now you're in front of me. The audience can't see that. The folks that are watching can't see that, but you're in front of me. But we're going to the same place. We're both, 90-ish miles away. So we got to be there at about the right time. You can try a lane change. All I want you to do is, a nice, smooth, gradual lane change. Once you get straight, yeah, there you go. Perfect lane change. And we're only about 65 miles out, so it ain't gonna take us. 65 miles takes us about a minute on this game. My goal is, and it'll be after I get this little quirks kind of. I know what this is as a setting. I've done something to screw this up. When I first started testing this equipment, I didn't have this issue, but it might have been an update that caused it as well. But if I can get this thing right, and I will, I want to do convoys, and I want to do some company-wide convoys. So everybody who's driving with Melton it does simulator, we can get on Friday night or Saturday night, Sunday, whatever, and do a convoy with everybody. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we can talk about some issues and what they think about resolving some of those issues, that sort of thing. Get out of my way. You got 34 miles, I'm 26 miles out, so we're getting real close. And you're gonna go have a nice dinner when you're done, huh?
Yes, sir.
Look at there. I see you dressed all snazzy. I didn't even know you had snazzy clothes with you.
Yeah, upper management representation.
That's what it looks like.
DM, I'm a DM.
Yeah. I might have to buy the dinner, that way I can get some brownie points.
Right.
Where y'all going?
Steak 48.
Oh, so it's that. You start off wrong. You start off with steaks. I'm out. I was going to buy it, but it has to start with Mac.
Mac steak.
Yeah.
Mac rib.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Mac about to die.
There you go. You keep eating that stuff, you be right on that.
Yeah, man. After that week of eating sandwiches and stuff at orientation, I've been kind of like...
You sandwiched out?
Yeah, my daughter said, you didn't got your CDL, you done lost your mind. I went to, what's the name of that place? Can't even think of the name of it. Yard House. The other night.
Roadhouse?
Yard House.
Yard House?
Yeah.
Where is that?
That's at the Baybrook Mall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You sure that's not Roadhouse?
It's Yard House.
What do they serve?
They serve like seafood, steak.
Okay.
I'm positive it's a Yard House.
Okay.
So I'm coming up here.
Yep.
Trying to keep my speed.
Yeah. I think you did miss that exit right there, but that's fine. Just keep going and make your exit, and you turn around. I'm already at the Petro.
Turn left.
I'm gonna get some fuel, and then I'm gonna go park. Okay, so now you're gonna practice another U-turn, looks like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just slow it on down. That's not a U-turn, but that's a regular turn. Keep going. Don't let the light catch you. Don't let nobody run into the back of you. Now turn and get to that white line. See that white line? Stay over there. Stay over there. Now you can get back. And your trailer, boy, you're driving the wrong side of the road. Going on. You own shit. It's a learning curve.
Keep straight or
Yeah. Go ahead. Stay down. Yeah. It's a learning curve. You know, you got to learn how to follow the directions on.
seem like the
simulator.
real truck is easier than this damn thing.
Well, that's because you've gotten used to it, and after you drive this couple, I have students that they'll be up here for hours. I may be barbecuing or something, and they'll be up here for hours just driving this simulator. Okay, this is your spot right here. So I think you might want to slam on the brakes. See your GPS telling you that you're supposed to turn. Yeah. See that part. You got to get that part down. Go forward. Ain't nobody coming. Now somebody's coming. Yeah. Now that mirror is a little bit deceptive. So you'll sit here all day. See that? See how they doing you? That's a nice little old work truck there, but you don't want to be parked next to you all day. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
5
window.
53.
That's a 5 window.
Like a 53 or something.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind having a 5 window.
That's nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You put a nice engine in there.
Rolling. One of them William Morris's, whatever that dude name is, chassis under there.
All right, go for it. And going on to your little. Take your right there. Yellow line. There it is. Stay straight. All right. And then if you turn on the other side of the fuel island, keep going. And then turn left into that fuel island. There you go. Don't be scared. Just drive straight ahead, right? Actually, go to the left a little bit and get into that fuel island. Left. And get to that green tank right there. All right. Straight up the middle. Straight up the middle. Stop right there. So, $570? That's how much you owe me, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Bump it to me later.
So next week this week upcoming, we're gonna do some more work with some more turns and stuff like that. Just maneuvering the truck. And by midweek though, we have to start backing week, and then next weekend we'll come back to the Blue Nights table and we'll discuss backing. Sound like a plan?
Yes, sir.
All right, till we see you again, Deliver Undistracted.
All right.